Hi everybody, I'm doing today a quick walkthrough for Joomla. It's related to Joomla CMS CVE-2023-23752. Leak information is a bit dangerous, depend on your hosting company for this. You can access database and all of that. Okay, we have TryHackMe give us our the Joomla installation. They give us also they give us OpenSearch. OpenSearch is for data analytics, so we can get a lucky ban and all of that. We have an Apache log connected. Where is it? We have the index Apache, so we have access to Apache login. So to get all the requests we'll do later on, we can see them here. So we have an analytic data. Joomla basically, when you install Joomla basically that's how the structure of Joomla. You have the administration API, all of that. Most of interest in us is to start in the API folder. We can see if you start with the index call include app.php. The app.php file is called the execute function. We follow. There's a nice explanation here. So the variable app get all the data, then you have the execute function, go to the next file, which is CMS application, do execute, and then the do execute then call the file. This is not API application, this file. I think it's it's API application. No, this one is this is the error. Where is that? I'm missing file or something. It's in any case it's here. So here it's this route, and there this route will find it here. It's in API route, and no. Oh, this is the var variable. Yeah, this is the API route. So that where we get the var variable that we're looking for. So basically the query, it means the user can change this variable, and then as it say here, the route basically it has a check when someone is not authentication to throw new and authentication failed, but it doesn't check the variable if it changed. So this is part of the script that this issue with it. So you have the origin, the index, the app, the CMS application, you have the API application, and then you have router. So what we are trying to do here is changing this variable so we have control of it, and the trick is to change it to public, so from false to true. So of course this one, the API is basically an application. Joomla administrator, not administration, I'm confused now. Administrator to access to administrator, and the variable that we need to change is public. They give us if to exploit. Of course, we go into the endpoint API of Joomla API are here. Joomla core API, we have all of them. We have a client, categories, content, article, messages, tag, template. We have also users. We can test, for example, now. I was testing now. Let's for example, the normal way, if you don't put any variable, you can see now it tell you forbidden, and it give you an error code 404. So this is basically what the question is. It said 404 401, not found, 401. If I add, for example, public equal true, now I get variable. Of course, guys, add this JQ. If you do it like that, doesn't look nice. So if you look, for example, in this endpoint of application, this is interesting. Name of the website, the editor, tiny SMS. What else we can see? We see the database MySQL, we see the local host, we see the user, and we see the password. Of course, here it means if the person, we got the password for the user root. So of course, now if MySQL is listening in localhost, you can't access database, because you can't say for example MySQL minus host, because in our case it's not listening in localhost, so we can't go to this way 246.100 minus I forgot what's wrong, minus, for example, user root minus p. If I say root 8123, it doesn't count. So it means MySQL is not listening in the external, it's only listening in local, so we can't do that. So but the point of this is, it's good to know that if the server is listening in localhost, you can access the database and everything, but in this case we can't, but it's fine. But also here you can play in case the admin is using the same password for database, same for login. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So in case that you try it, oh, you got it, so we cool, so we already access to this, but it's not mean always, because doesn't mean MySQL database password is same as admin. It just tell you that. For example, now if we want to check our endpoint, we can ask yourself, for example, the user endpoint. The user endpoint is called users, so we can just say, I can come here and say I call the users endpoint, and you can see I have only one user. It's one user, so it's a super user, so it's an admin account, and we got already email. And here we can do spell phishing. That's why I said in this room it talk about you say password reuse vulnerability. You can ask him email admin or you can SSH. In this case we can't SSH. Connecting to the database and uploading the shell, we don't, because we can't access. There is an option, but for example this room is a bit tricky, because for example you can go to system, site template. No, I don't want to see you. You can, but here's the trick, the is not writable. So the room in TryHackMe, they make sure we can get shell. They don't want us to go shell, so we can't create shells here. So that part is off the limit. So now the next question is said it took contact ID 1. So if we go to the API and the content, where's the contact API? It contacts, so let's call it in contacts API. Contacts, and we say this is ID 09, ID 4, and we have this name ID 1, name is Zach. So we can call now back to 1. You know API how they work. So if I call 1, why is not giving me not one. You should be what is one. Contact ID /1. I forgot how to do this. ID1 contacts ID1 contacts 1. So if I want more information about this guy, use his name. Let's see, where is the API? Contacts, contact ID. Yeah, why didn't it work for me? Contacts and give me contact ID1. Why give me a... Even when you say one, it also... it go, but it doesn't give detail for this, but it go for this one. So we got more detail about user 1, contact 1, Zag. You have the email, and then we have the website of it. So we got that too. Because the question said what's the website address. Of course you can do this because we have access to Joomla. Close, where is close this? Here's Joomla, I forgot about it, how to navigate it. Close. So we have this is users, so we can, let's go manage users. This is our root, so if in case you have access, you can see now we have the root. That's the email of root, and of course we can go to content. This is users. Where is that contact? This is the content component, contacts. We can go to contacts here and we get Zag contact, and then we have the website or something. So basically here, if they're used, we can get the password of Joomla. Of course here also there's two exploit we can use. We have this one. This is a Python script, and then we have this one is Ruby script. Let's test first the Python one. I have it, I already put it here. I downloaded it. It's exploit.py. This is the IP for while. I can see if you call this, it gives you straight information, the name, when you give you database info, the table, and all of that. So the other one that the Ruby one, I installed my computer, I have problem running Ruby in attack box. The Ruby one, the Ruby give the same things. Root, super user, it give you site info, it give you database. So we have so this one is the Ruby one, this one is the Python one. So you have two scripts to work with if you want. You have the Python one and you have the Ruby one. So both of them work fine. This one give you the Python and that one. Okay, the next one is this part of course, now how to get it to detect it and mitigate. To detect it, of course, it's an Apache, for example, we have post request. In our case, because we are not doing post, we're doing a get request. So if you go now to this to this log file, if I go back to discover, and already was there, I don't know, for example, the method, I'm looking for method get and path public is true and path API index PHP. So basically look, because our if you look what we send in here, we send in a get request, we have an API index.php, and we have public equal true. So so we refresh, and we can play around it. Let's say, for example, this is the path. Let's add it to the table to look nicer. We can add also the agent. Not to use a host. What's the let's add the host. 243 is my IP. This is me. This is my local IP for machine. Look, we tried now Ruby. We got Ruby 1. This is the Python. We tried it. I was trying before I record the room, so it can give me exactly what. So we can detect it here. And then the other one is curl, the one that we use a curl. So the trick part is we can also do an alert. So we can go to alerting. I was playing around it. We can create a monitor first before we do that. So we can new monitor. So let's say call it Joomla monitor, for example. We type pad document monitor. Pad document monitor allow you to run query in new document as they are indexed. That's cool. We go with the visual easer, parent interval every 1 minute. Now I need to add a query. The index, of course, it's our Apache, and then query name. Let's say the one first we told method get. So now we doing is method. We can't have spaces. Okay, method get. So we know method is get. I can add another query. Call it API, and this one is the path. They didn't work for me. I already asked question in Discord. This thing doesn't work for me. All of it I tried many times, didn't work. So you can say public equal true. The other one didn't work for me, so guys, I'm not sure. I can add, for example, I can add another query, for example, called let's call it this one public, this one API, and then let's say a path. Here maybe you can say, okay, there's an API on it. I couldn't make them together, this and this together, didn't work for me for whatever reason. I can add a trigger. I call it Joomla hacked, for example. I can say there, and then you can put a condition, add action, not action. I have get, add another condition, and the public one, and I can add also apt. So it's a get request. We have the public and we have the API keyword on it. So let's create it. Now let's play around it. Let's make some requests. For example, this is the contact. We can run our Python, for example, from here, and I can run my Ruby from here, for example. So let's see if anything was picked up. It take 1 minute. Let's wait for it for a moment. So the idea now is to have an alert, and then you have this one, host base queues in Yara. So description will detect CVE, Joomla, auto, HTTP get, API no case. So it only detect for HTTP array. I forgot what is this for. All of them public. Oh, this one public equal true. Then you have Yara. This is to learn more about Yara. These are rooming TryHackMe for Yara. Mitigation, of course, update. I'm not sure. I think it's also for one vulnerable. I'm not sure if this information is correct. I need to check. Of course, all the let's test if we got the monitoring or something. What's going on now? Freezing. Hello. So the idea now is, let's see if we got what happened. I lost connection or something. Nice. After when you try, you almost finish in the room, it lose connection. Why TryHackMe? Why are you doing this to me now? Hold on a minute. Let's try something else. So this one is not working. Let's access it through my computer directly. Why the VNC stop working? Hold on a minute. So I'm through VPN. So let's try if we can get it. Oh, why you ask me for? Oh, you asked me for password. Okay. Don't tell me it's a new instance. So let's see if we got it in the alert. Let's go back to monitor. Let me make it bigger a little bit so guys you can see it. So we first of all, let's take this answer because we need it for the room. The room said what's that's one. It's straightforward because it was created. Now ours that we created. Now Zoom, if I monitor, let's see what it pick up. What we got. For example, document finding. It tell you 3 queries. So the 3 of them was detected: the public, the API. If we go now, it tell me public true. That's the Ruby one. This is also Ruby. Python. So this one is Ruby. Where is the other one that's not Python? This is Python. They're all Python. Spud one is not Python. At 10:51. Oh, that's the Python one. So the alert got it. So we have the alert, for example, here we have this. It tell you the queries that detected, and then we have oh, that's our friend curl, the alert through curl. So yeah, that's it for this room. So it's interesting. I'm just want to check. That's all, because why this part didn't work when I put them together. I'm not sure why. So we need to split them. Discovery, yeah. So you have this one, you have this one you can use, or just use your curl directly, so without any this one is dead. So yeah guys, thank you very much. I hope you like it, and if you have a question you can let me know. Have a good day. Let's finish the room. Why not finish the room? Okay, congratulations. Thank you guys. Oh, now it's froze.